Okay. It should probably ask you if you're willing to be recorded.
It just says like recording started.
Okay, good, good. If everybody could, do you see the chat at the bottom? If you could just put your name in the chat, that would be lovely. I just saw a typo. Okay, so let's do another example of factoring by grouping. I'm pretty sure we did example 8 in class on Wednesday. Did we?
Yes, we did.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Was that Haley?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Not bad.
it's just me, but I can't see like anything on the screen. It's just like a black screen.
My screen is black. Who
Yes,
else
ma'am.
is seeing a black screen?
It could be just me, but that's what I'm
Well, that's what
seeing.
I want to find out. Is anyone else seeing a black screen?
No, I can see it.
Okay.
I can see it too.
I can see
Okay.
it as well. Yeah.
All righty.
All
So
right,
it,
I'll just leave and rejoin or something like that.
oh, okay, that's a great idea. So I'm going to make up another question. This will be example 8 star. How about that? We want to factor by grouping. 27x cubed minus 9x squared minus 4x plus 4. Let's see if this is right. No, wait. No, this is not right. Let's make this 12x plus 4. So I'm going to write it again. We have 27x cubed minus 9x squared minus 12x plus 4. And we're going to factor by grouping. So I want to put grouping symbols around the first 2 terms and around the last 2 terms. And what do I have to pay attention to? Which grouping do I have to be careful?
With the negative sign?
That's right. That's right. The negative sign in front of X. Well, let's put in these grouping symbols. We've got okay, got it. 27 x minus 9x 12x. Now what do I need? What do I need to do in order for the to 4? What do I need to put here in the second position?
-4.
Very good. And why do we have to do that?
They're
There's
conjugate.
the invisible -1.
That's right. We've got a negative out front of these parentheses. So negative times 12x is negative 12x. And a negative times -4 is positive 4. So we're good. Now we want to take out the common factor in both the first two terms and the last two terms. So let me let this student in. What is common between 27 and 9?
Three.
Very good. Well, can we do more? 3 is
9.
common. Yes, 9. And what is common between x cubed and x squared?
X squared.
X squared.
Very good. Let's see. Trying. Just 1 minute. Let me answer this student. She's trying to get into our Zoom. Okay. So yes, that's correct. Between x cubed and x squared, we can pull out an x squared. And just like we talked about last time, we can think of factoring as dividing. 27 divided by 9.
3.
3x.
And x cubed divided by x squared.
Just x.
Good. 9 divided by 9.
1.
And x squared divided by x squared.
X.
Nothing.
Nothing. Take them off.
That's still 1, right? Okay. All righty. Now let's look at the next two terms. What is common between 12 and 4?
4.
2.
4. Oh, 4.
Anything more than 2?
4.
Good.
4.
And we've got 1x on the 12x term. We don't have an x on the 4 term. So we're not going to worry about the variables. If I factor out a 4, 12x divided by 4.
3.
Good. And how many x's are left?
1.
Good. And 4 divided by 4.
1.
1.
Now tell me why or why not. Am I happy at this stage? And why am I happy if I'm happy?
Yes, because they match.
That's right. Good. And what is they? What matches?
3x minus 1.
Very good. Okay, so we're going to factor that out front. 3x minus 1. And what is left from this entire first term?
9x squared minus 4.
Well, 9x squared from the first term. But you're right overall. The minus sign, so this minus sign is there. And from the second term, what's left?
4.
Good. So I want you to think of 9x squared times 3x minus 1 as one term, separated by a minus sign from 4 times 3x minus 1. And we're factoring a common factor out front. And why did I make it up the way I did? Or what's nice about the situation as we have it?
You can keep simplifying 9x squared minus 4.
Very good. What is the square root of 9?
3.
3.
So I'll put 3 in the first positions. What's the square root of x squared?
X.
Good. I'll put x next to the 3, also in the first position. The square root of 4.
2.
2.
I'll put 2 in the second position. And what do I put in the middle?
Minus.
Good.
Minus.
Does it matter whether I put a minus sign first or a plus sign first?
No.
It doesn't.
That's right. As long as they're different. And now we're completely done. Yay. Okay, I'm going to make up a try this 8 star for y'all. And we'll see how it goes. So the idea is that y'all will turn your mics on and talk to each other and try to figure out how to factor this thing using the rules that we've talked about.
Okay.
Oh no, that won't work. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm going to copy it over so that it's not so ugly. So the try this 8 star is to factor by grouping 16x cubed minus 4x squared Oh no, I'm confused. Just a second. um, minus 36x plus 4. We'll see if that works. Oh, plus 9. That's why it's looking funny. Plus 9. So you're going to factor 16x cubed minus 4x squared minus 36x plus 9. And the way this works is I'm going to mute myself, but I'll be here. And I'm going to pause the recording. So that the people who are watching this later will get to do this on their own. So let me remove this pen. All right. So what does go? 16 divided by 4 is
4.
4.
4x.
x cubed divided by x squared.
X.
What sign goes next?
Minus.
Minus.
Excellent. And 4x squared divided by 4x squared.
1.
1.
Beautiful. 36x divided by 9.
4x.
And 9 divided by negative 9.
Negative 1.
1.
And why are we happy?
Both.
They both match.
Yeah. So then what do I write next?
4x squared minus 9.
Times.
4 minus 1.
Good. I usually bring the matching factor to the front, but it is absolutely the same as putting it second. Absolutely the same. And now are we done?
No.
What can we do?
Square root. 4x
We're
squared
not
minus 9.
exactly gonna square root. But what is true about 4x squared minus 9?
Would be 2x minus 3.
Good. So the square root of 4x squared is 2x.
Mhm.
And what else did you take the square root of?
9.
Minus 3.
Good. And you have a negative in the first. What do you have in the second?
Positive.
Positive.
Good. And then we still have the 4x minus 1.
Minus 1.
Yay. I'm fairly certain that we started the next example. But we didn't do it as excitingly as this. I think what I did in class was x squared minus 13x plus 36.
Yeah,
Is that
that's right. Mhm.
Okay, well, let's do this version.
It looks like we did both, actually.
We did both on the try this. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, we did go back and do the fancier 9. I can't remember about the try this. Okay, I'm gonna make up another
I
one.
don't have the try this.
You didn't do it, or you don't have it?
I didn't do it.
Okay. Do it in 2 steps. So do that, try this. This is for try this 9. Factor x squared minus 5x, plus 5x minus 6 and let's go ahead and do that one together. So what is A? What is B? And what is C?
A is x squared.
A is the coefficient of x squared, so it's the
1.
number in front.
1.
Yes, good,
Oh, 1.
good. And B?
5.
5.
Good. And C?
Negative 6.
Negative 6.
Negative 6.
Perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all answering. So we have A times C in the first column, B in the second. The first column is always a product. The second column is always a sum. And I want you to think, oh, what is A times C?
Negative 6.
Good. What are any two numbers whose product is 6?
3 and 2.
1 and 6.
Okay, 1 and 6, and 3 and 2. Those are the main ways, right?
Mhm.
How can we change 1 times 6 so that the answer is a negative number?
Negative 1
Good.
plus 6.
So we could have negative 1 times 6, or we could have 1 times,
Negative 6. Negative 6.
good. Well, let's look at those sums. If we have negative 1 plus 6, we get,
5.
5.
yay! If we have 1 plus negative 6, we get,
Negative 5.
good. And I want to go ahead and keep doing this, even though we know what we need. What can I do to 3 times 2 so that the product is negative 6?
Negative 3 times 2.
Good. And let's see, negative 3 plus 2 is,
1.
Negative.
good.
Negative 1.
And how else can I use the numbers 3 and 2? How else can I assign a negative so that 3 times 2 gives me negative 6?
Negative 3. 2.
Yeah, good. And 3 plus negative 2 is,
1.
good. I want you to notice something. When we used the 3 and the 2, regardless of which one was negative, we got either a 1 or a negative 1. And when we used the 6 and the 1, regardless of which one was negative, we got a 5 or a negative 5. That means if you get to the sum that you want, but you've got the negative of it, you already have the correct two numbers. You just need to switch their signs. And this time, what are the correct two numbers?
5 and 1.
Negative 1 plus 6.
Negative 1 and 6. Good. So we're going to rewrite 5x as negative 1x plus 6x using these two numbers. And now let's write the entire original question. So we had x squared plus 5x minus 6. And we said we're going to replace the 5x with negative 1x plus 6x, and then minus 6. Do you think I just happened to put the positive 6x second, or do you think I did it on purpose?
On purpose.
Yes, and tell me why.
Get rid of the 6x.
That's right. We want that anytime there's a positive sign for one of the factors that made up B, we want to put it second so that the middle sign, you see, this plus sign is in the middle sign is positive. That makes factoring by grouping easier. I need to answer this text really quickly because the student is lost. Okay. So 3 terms in terms, and why do you think we wanted to change into 4 terms?
Can you
what
ask
did
the
we
question
just
one more time? It cut out a little bit.
think? I don't even know. Why do you think 3 terms and rewrote it special way, but why rewrite it as 4 terms?
Because you can separate them into 2 groups.
That's right. And we can therefore factor by grouping. Very good. Moment, por favor. Lost one of my pens. Why can I just slap second parentheses, second pair of parentheses? Without being careful. You know, with different questions that us have to be really careful when we put grouping around the second 2 terms.
If there was a minus sign separating them.
Very good. Very good. So if we had written x squared x minus 1x minus 6, we would also have to be careful and change the last. Don't have to, because we're careful and we chose an order that the second term positive. Okay, between x squared and x. We have 2 x's in the first term and 1 x in the How many x's are common?
1.
1.
Good. And x squared divided by x?
X or 1.
X is right. Negative x divided by x.
-1.
Very good. Now I've got that plus sign right there. What is common between the last two terms?
Six.
And 6x divided by
1x.
6 divided by 6.
1
Positive.
minus.
Very good. Now, are we happy? And if we are, why are we?
Yes.
They match.
Yes, that's right. The remaining factors match. Let's factor this remaining matching factor to the front, so that we can write x plus from these two matching factors, and the remaining parts from the sign between the two terms and the x. And we're done. Now, what if we had x to the fourth plus 5x squared minus 6? Would the numbers be, would the -1 and the 6
I don't know if it was like this to anyone else, but I couldn't hear pretty much that whole sentence because it just kept like staticking out.
Okay, thank you very much for letting me know.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, yeah, that happens. It's one of the problems with Zooming. If we changed our original question, x squared plus 5x minus 6 to x to the fourth plus 5x squared minus 6, will the end factors still be a -1 and a +6? Will these numbers stay the same?
Yes.
That's right. What does change?
The x's.
That's right. What is the square root of x to the fourth? The square root of x to the fourth, same as x. What was the exponent that was the square root? Did somebody say 1/2? Square root is the 1/2, the denominator that makes it a root. And when we have a base raised to a power, raised to a, what do we do with powers? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide.
Add.
Add when we have x squared, two bases, and we combine them. That would be x to the fifth. But when one base raised to a power and raised to a power, what do we do?
Multiply.
Very good. So we get the, can I write this as 4 over 2? 4 times 1/2?
Yes.
Is that right? And what is divided by? What is 4 divided?
X.
Am I cutting out again?
Yeah.
Oh golly. Okay. What is 4 divided by 2?
2.
Very good. Tells us that the first term in each factor, if we start with a fourth, each factor will be x squared. An x squared minus 1 and an x squared plus 6. We started this as a question where we're trying to factor x to the fourth plus 5x squared minus 6. Are we done? Am I cutting in?
Mostly,
Yes.
but whenever you write it down, I can kind of like understand what you're asking.
Okay. That's ready. I just wanted you to see that we can continue to factor x squared minus 1. X 1 negative positive, and we still have x squared plus 6. um,
Okay.
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 Bye.